Gutierrez here this morning from the city of Bryan. Good morning. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
Excellent. Hey, let's talk because y'all are going to take some action as far as medians are concerned on South College. It's got to be good news for people. A
Yeah,
reminder.
we're listening to the citizens, and the project that we were doing over there, we've taken the medians out of it, so that's coming out. We're redirecting it. We have to do a little bit of redesign process, but all in all, it's going to be a great deal. It's a little different the medians from South College and Texas Avenue. The effect with businesses and homes, and it's a little bit different.
So tell us a little, give us some details so people understand how that works.
Well, we have to do obviously redesign. We're putting some shared youth passes that's going to get transition and connect from basically Hansel Park all the way into downtown Bryan.
So a shared use passage, let's use language that people understand.
A bigger sidewalk that you can have walking, running, bicycling, everything on, and get there without running into each other.
Then,
And then, we're keeping all the trees on the side. That was a big deal because those are all the Kyle trees that were established from, Mr. Kyle way back in the day from Texas A&M. And, it's just keep that beautification process going over there. We've had some hiccups. That Villa Maria and the South College intersection right there. We've been waiting on Frontier and Sunlink or Optimum or whatever. I don't know what they're called anymore. It seems like.
awesome, right? Yeah.
So and it's been a challenge because their timeline isn't like our timeline, and they don't work at the speed that we seem to be working at. And they relocated their junction boxes and all their fiber and everything else, and they put it in the wrong spot. So now we're waiting on them to finish and to relocate it again so we can continue that. And meanwhile, it's causing a lot of disruption. I mean, it's set us behind. It's obviously hitting our downtown Bryan. It's hitting everything. That's a major corridor.
Well, that area right there at South College by Midtown is important because a lot of people from not around here are there. And you
Absolutely.
don't want them to be frustrated over the fact that we have to live with those medians in other parts of the city.
Exactly. So, and with Legends doing as well as it's doing over there and all the stuff that we have going on, a lot of extra traffic put it on Villa Maria that could be transferred around on South College and Williamson and Carson.
Give us a little more detail, if you will. We had a news story this week. Want to put a boardwalk over the lake. That ended up going way over budget as far as the bids were concerned. So how do you go back and regroup on that project?
Well, we've already met with the engineer, and it always frustrates me doing these things because as a public citizen, as a private citizen, we know how much things cost. We build, we do stuff. That's what we do in business. And when you're in the government and the public sector, it's a different process. The timeline's more, the costs are so much more, insurances and put into it, and these costs for the same thing we could do privately is probably 5 times more expensive. We looked at this thing and we looked at the boardwalk. We adjusted a $3 million budget for that, and they brought us a $9 million boardwalk. So $3,000 a square foot. Think about bulkhead for $3,000 a square foot. And it was put in one of our meetings like, what are we trying to hold back the Red Sea? And truly, over-engineering things. And it's, we want to be safe. We obviously want to be safe, but it's a detention pond. It's a lake. And it's going to have a spillway. It's not going to have the same thing that the Red Sea is going to have. We, as a council, looked at it. We said, no, we're not going to do this. This is not our money. This is the citizens' money. And we took it back, and we said we just denied it. Engineering firm came back, and they cut, and they had added a bunch of stuff to it. And we've narrowed it down to the scope that we originally went with. And we're going to see how it goes. We're going to meet again here next week, the week after. I can't remember. It's a very, very fast timeline. So we can get that back and see if we can get that done in budget. But you just take a look at the park. We're doing that destination park there as well, Signature Park. And, you're looking at a beautiful deal, $5 million. And you're talking about playground stuff, swing set slides, shade equipment, different, topography. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. But in that last board meeting we met in that deal, I'm like, okay, guys, this is crazy. Think about a $5 million park. Now, take that park out on a 2-acre tract, put a $5 million mansion there. And what do you get for a $5 million mansion? And think about a $5 million mansion in Bryan College Station. A lot goes into it. I just don't feel like we get the value for the money that we put out there. And I'd really want to take a good, hard look at where do we find the best deal. And I know engineering, and I know the insurance costs play a big part of that, but not to the tune of $3-4 million.
Well, government contracts, we can go into that all day. Where are we as far as people movers, whether you're moving them from the north or the south to get to Midtown or just to connect Bryan College Station? This has been on the board for a long time, a lot of discussion.
Well, with Brazos Transit, we have all that stuff. We've already got that stuff going. The problem is, of course, obviously we got South College torn up too, so we have to redirect and reroute. I met with Keene. We're talking about people movers, whether it even be they're just in downtown or getting this one temporary deal going. And that's a good question. I had to reschedule my meeting with Brazos Transit District. Have been a great partner for us.
Let's
And
talk a little bit about development. We've got a couple of armored companies that are coming here. What's their situation?
well, they're here. So we have Casper Outdoors. Casper, they build different gun platforms, target guns and stuff like that. Then we have SAC, Strategic Armory Corporation. That's another one that was Armalite. So most people know it's a very famous. It was the first one that was, during the Vietnam War. That's what most of the soldiers carried. They're doing a bunch of defense contracting right now, and with all this stuff and uneasy stuff that we have going on within the world, in our world, and internationally, they're doing really well.
Either of these companies is anywhere on the states made in Bryan, Texas?
They are about to be made in Bryan, Texas.
Yeah.
Right now, actually, of all things, it's made in College Station. So they're marketing in College Station, and I wish we could just say Bryan College Station, made in Bryan College Station, because it's truly one thing. When they build a new facility, everything will be made in Bryan, but right now it says College Station, which is it's a good thing for them too. I mean, we all win together.
And these are the kind of things that we can talk about. We know there's other stuff that's in the works that we can't talk about that's going to be pretty big.
Yeah, we keep hearing what the chancellor's saying, and that the system, Texas A&M University, whether it be university or whether it be the system, they are driving some unbelievable things that like the chancellor said, it's bigger than even Texas A&M. It's going to affect our area even more so than Texas A&M University has affected our area. We're under the NDA. Last time we were in a meeting, he said, "Well, I'm under NDA. I can't talk about it, but talk to Mayor Gutierrez because he's under the same DA. He'll tell you all about it in the hallway." Well, obviously I can't, but we are right there. I mean, we're just like right now. Until it's signed on the powder line, you don't know. But the stuff that they've done with the team that he has in place, we've been able to really do some good things together. City of Bryan and BTU, we're all in on this, and as a community, we're about to see some truly, just like he said, life-changing moments in our community that's bigger than Texas A&M. And it's yeah, and these are things that are not only good for our community, they're good for our state, and they're good for our country. So it's the onshoring that we're doing, much like Blue Forge, all that onshoring, all the stuff that they're doing here to make stuff here, and, U.S. proud. That's what we're working on.
Bobby Gutierrez, the mayor of Bryan. Thanks for the time this morning.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You bet the